Business Insurance, delivering complete peace of mind. Attorney Robert J. Madruga. See Bob for estate planning and tax preparation. Gloria Food Store, Rantoul Street, Beverly. Honeydew Donuts of Lynn, Salem, Malden, and East Boston.
Lovely rendition by a student down on the field. Could you do that, Paul?
I could hold a camera of the picture.
Yeah, I could hold a microphone. Great job, great job. I don't know how you do that in front of so many people. Good crowd here, mostly filled stands here on the near sideline. Of course, both schools on this side with Lynn Classical. Always having a pretty good following. The student body shows up a lot for these games, and Peabody always supporting the Peabody Tanners. Tonight's officials, courtesy of Phil Brody up here in the booth. Dave Pinciaro is the referee. Rob Nardone is the umpire. Linesman is Gino Borgonzi. And we have a father and son combination. Line judge is Jack Kahn, and the back judge is C.J. Kahn, dad and son, where Jack is the dad. So we are ready to go. Lynn Classical will be receiving down to our left. They have a returning back tonight that they're happy to have back in the lineup, Marcus Rivera. But back deep for the Rams it looks like it's Alex Pedro on the near side. And what's the number on the far side, Paul? Can you see it? Looks like it might be Chase Bono, number 2. Yeah, it is. It's Chase Bono. And kicking off is D'Amato, I believe, for Peabody. Good high kick comes down to the 13-yard line and return to the 10, 20, cut it outside to the 25, down the sideline, 30, 40, and tackled just short of the 49-yard line. That was Alex Pedro.
Your last man on the kicking team on each sideline, their job is to contain. In other words, nothing gets outside of them. And they lost contain on the far sideline, because once they get around that contain man, they get a freeway right down the sideline, and you work on that, and that's their sole assignment.
Matt Lauria back at quarterback again. There's a pitch to a running back coming around the right side, across midfield to the 45 and down the sideline to about the 39-yard line. And that is Chase Bono. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 175.
Well, they got around the corner real well. There was very good blocking on the outside by Classical.
He gets the first down on a 12-yard gain to the Peabody 39-yard line. Classical, direct snap. Again, Bono this time, counter play. Stop for about a yard loss, I think.
Gloucester earlier in the season scrimmaged Peabody, and they run multiple offenses, but on defense right now they look like they're running a 5-2 defense versus the tight formation of Classical, because Classical will also spread you out.
Jason Ruiz is their center. He's only a sophomore. A lot of young guys on this Classical team, as they are now midway between the hash marks. In the white uniforms, moving from left to right. In motion is Bono. Gets the pitch, gets first down yardage and more down the sideline, and he almost breaks it for the touchdown, but he's dropped out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Just knocked out of bounds. Another first down. Big yardage.
It's almost like an option, but it's predetermined he's going to pitch the ball. But they got the other two backs are lined up behind the tight end and the tackle to the left on that in that case, and they just got more blockers than Peabody has defenders, and they're lining up to this side.
Mono in motion again. This is the time it's a keeper by Laria, and he spun around and dropped for a loss.
Well, that's probably the counter off it where they fake the pitch and quarterback keeps it.
Cam Powers makes the stop on a nice defensive tackle by the defensive tackle. Cam Powers, junior, 5'11", 195. Set the offensive line for Lynn Classical. Jason Ruiz is up front. Noah Morris and Javier Delgado are the guards. Delberto Sarita and Nick Labella are the tackles. Matt Loria, the quarterback. See if it's looks like it's Eric Montoya who split to the right side, or actually it's tight end right side. Pitch to the running back, sweeping the right side, cutting it outside and dragged down after about a 1 yard gain, maybe a 2 yard gain. This time the running back that's number 3, Melvin Nieves. He's a junior, 5'9", 170. Gets it back to the 16.
Well, they're getting to the edge.
So welcome to our live streaming video tonight. Hope you're enjoying it. And obviously this game on Channel B as well. No score, just underway. 8.5 minutes left to play first quarter. Nieves is tight on the right side with the wing tight to the left. Complete over the middle to a big receiver close to the first down at the 7. Get that number, Coach.
5? Number 5, Rick.
Yep, that's David Bernard. He's a sophomore,
Yeah.
6 feet, 220.
Well, that was a good play. They faked the dive and ran a pop pass, a stationary target for the quarterback to hit. He hit him right in the chest.
It's 4th down and 1. They're at the 8 yard line.
Oh.
And we have illegal motion against Classical. What a killer that is. They went right up to the line of scrimmage, but then they got called.
You know, this thing of hurry-up offense, sometimes you wonder, trying to get the plays off so quickly. And
well, I don't know. Did you ever do that, Coach?
No. I mean, we had series where we'd run 2 or 3 plays that we'd practice in a row, but not a...
Well,
once you get down in this territory, I like to slow everything down and make sure everyone knows what they want to do.
Well, now it's 4th and 6. Double reverse. Handoff. Nieves gets it on the second handoff, and I think he's going to be short of the first down.
Well, it was like a crisscross on the wing T, an inside handoff on a reverse, so that penalty was big.
So,
the other thing, too, is when you get down in this territory, you don't want to, you work your way down and maybe the quarterback's going on 1, and then all of a sudden he decides to go on 2, and you get an illegal procedure by him changing the snap count. So there's a lot of things, you want it to run smoothly in the scoring zone.
42 yards go for naught on 6 plays. Now the Peabody Tanners take over at their own 9 yard line with their backs up against it. First time in the game they've had the ball with 7:33 left to go first quarter. D'Amato is the quarterback. He is back in action. Shoots it complete right side. Flag down, and it's across the 20 to the 25 yard line. And it looks like the completion.
I wonder if they're going to call that a pick.
I think it was to, was it
right
44? I don't know who.
Yeah, what happened was I think one of the receivers blocked one of the defenders downfield while the ball was in the air.
Well, they are bringing it back. Would have been at the 22 for the first down, but they're going to bring it back half the distance to the 4. Wow. So it's at the 4.5, so we'll call it the 5, I guess. And now it's first and almost 15. This time Laurier hands off on a run play, counter play. Some pretty good yardage out across the 10, 15 yard line. And I think that's Noah Friedman carrying the ball, number 33. It is. Friedman gets it out to the 15. So that's a big pickup. It'll be second down. More manageable. 5 yards to go now. So Abe Kappa is the center. And this is a big line, Paul. 230 at the center. 235 and 260 the guards. 265 and 265 the tackles. Oh, we're bringing this one back, too.
Yeah, I was wondering where the down marker was not moving.
Oh, boy.
So
Oh, boy. Oh, my word. So now we go back to the 2-yard line. My.
We started a game like this when I was coaching. I think we had 4 in a row, illegal procedures.
Well, it's only 17 to go for the first down, but you're back up against it. This is a run play. Looks like a sweep off to the right. Friedman following blockers. Gets a couple of yards, maybe to the 8. So that's really the first play they've run from scrimmage, finally. It's a 6-yard gain. Wipe out the other couple of plays. And now it's 2nd and 12. So it's still manageable. The original line of scrimmage was the 9. So they've got to get it to the 19 for the first down, but it's only a 2nd down right now. 2nd and 12. D'Amato passes it. It is complete. Big yardage out to the 20 to the 25-yard line. Eric DeMaio.
Play action pass, and Classical got sucked up. One of the most people don't realize that your secondary has to read keys. You can't just look at a receiver. You can't look at the quarterback. By the time you find out if it's a run or a pass, it's too late. So generally you have to key tight ends or tackles to see what they do to read pass or run.
There's a pitch to the man in motion, cuts it over center. Gets to the 35 before he's hauled down. And that was Jake Doherty. All-purpose athlete for Peabody, one of the captains. Gets it to the 39, almost the 49, almost the 40. So, I'm sorry, it's at the 34, excuse me, 34. So it is almost a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3, I formation behind quarterback D'Amato. Handoff following blockers. A couple of yards on that near hash mark. And carrying the ball was number 33 again. That's Freeman. Freeman is a junior, 5'9", 175. Ball is at the 41. So it is 3rd and about a yard to go. A long yard to go for the first down. Clock moving at 4:44. No score. First possession by Peabody. Again, I formation. Twins to the right side. D'Amato hands it off to Friedman. Racing outside. First down. 40, 45. Midfield. Penalty flag goes down as he's knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. This might be on Peabody again.
Well, they talk about backs having good hips, and you can see that with that run right there.
Well, it's a 14-yard gain for Friedman if it stays. This may be against Classical.
Against Classical.
Face mask. Oh, boy. Oh, that's going to add on 15 more and put Peabody in scoring range, or at least in threatening range. Ball goes down to the 31-yard line. So this will be the 7th play of the drive, taking away. Well, actually, they ran it 2 more times, so it will be the 9th play of the drive, given the penalties. 4.5 minutes left to go. And no score. Classical with 1 possession. They drove from their own 39 down to the Peabody 9 before it stalled. And they actually got to the 8-yard line. Peabody starting at their own 9, and now they're at the Classical 31. So now they're back in a shotgun after running the I. Wing off to the left, one receiver to the left. Oh, it's an I again. I'm sorry.
It's an I formation.
Yep, he's under center. And here's DeMaio cutting it outside, cutting it back inside across the 20. Inside the 20, too close to the 15-yard line.
Well, at the point of attack, there's a big hole.
Ball is put at the 22-yard
line. So
their
formation goes guard, tackle, slot, and then split end, but they're very tight to the formation.
Well, Eric DeMaio, a junior, did a lot of blocking last year for Doug Santos, and he's doing a lot of running right now. He's the fullback. Give it to the tailback, though. Loses the ball. Classical recovers at the 9.
Well, they ran an ISO into the middle, and the defender was in the backfield, and the ball just shot out. Boy,
69 yards of offense goes for naught, and we have first turnover in the game as Classical takes over at their own 9. And actually, yeah, it's at the 9. So 3:39 left to go in the first quarter. And Rams start their second possession. So a couple of first downs for Peabody in their drive, and actually 3 first downs for Classical on their first possession, but now they will take over on the near hash mark. Loria back in shotgun, looking to pass, but he decides to run. And he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's cut down at about the 7.
I tell you, number 9 was wide open on our sideline. Just that he didn't have time to find him.
Nolan Murphy makes the tackle. He's a little guy, 5'6", 140. He's a cornerback. And he submarine Loria at 6 feet 200 with a lot of experience. So Matt Loria loses yardage, and the Rams will face a 2nd and 12. I believe it's back to the well, it's back to the 6. So it's 2nd and 13. Cam Powers, James McCarthy, Dan Cannella, Brandon Muse up front for Peabody on defense. And now we have a penalty before the play. That usually indicates it's on the offense.
How many penalties have we had already, Rick?
Procedure against Classical. And we'll bring it back to the Classical 4-yard line. I don't know, Coach. Let me see.
Sloppy start here.
1, 2, 3, 4. We've had at least 4. 3 of them on Peabody. Beautiful night. No wind. It's cool for football. It's cooled down substantially since this afternoon. I'm Rick Moore along with Paul Ingram. 3 Super Bowl trophies. You get to keep. Do you have a trophy for the Super Bowl that you keep in the house? You get one?
They give the head coach a nice plaque. It's the state of Massachusetts and your name and all that on it. So it's
very nice.
Yeah.
All right, Loria rolling to his left from the end zone, shoots it over the middle to the 10-yard line. Actually, that's on the left side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. I think it was Bernard, Dave Bernard, the big guy. And it'll be 3rd down. Down to 2:13 left to go in the first quarter. No game tomorrow for us, but we'll be back with plenty of games next week.
There's also a trophy the school gets, and they put it in the like across high school. We have them in the trophy case.
I think the coolest thing is the picture. When you get a picture taken after the game and then it's framed and so on. I think that's the coolest thing with the trophy presentation. To me, that's the real cool thing, because you got all those kids there and you'll see that forever. All right, they have spread the field. Receivers way wide right, wide left, incomplete at the 40-yard line, intended way downfield for Ishmael Johnson, 6'2", 165. It'll be 4th down for Classical.
Well, if you're going to miss long over the defenders, so.
Now, Matt Loria does everything. He's the punter as well. No, he's not. He's not going to punt. I'm sorry.
Rivera, I believe.
Yep. And right-footed short kick. It's going to be fielded at the 35-yard line. Return to the 30, to the 25. Bobbing and weaving, another penalty flag. Return to about the 21-yard line by number 21 on your program, and that is Cedric Gutierrez. But 2 more flags come down. That one was thrown way away from the action, the first one. So what do we have here? Excuse me. Dave Pinciaro is the referee heading right for us. Block in the back. 2 of them. So they can only take 1 of them, right? So we'll bring it back 15. That was too bad. It was a nice return by Gutierrez, which would have set Peabody up at the 21 after the short kick. But they're still in great shape at the Classical 38. So Classical has to stiffen on defense once again and try to stop or come up with a turnover again. Peabody taking over at the Lynn Classical 38. And let's see, 38 total yards at this point for the Rams.
Well, they're staying in that tight slot, high formation.
And off to DeMayo. Tailback running right, another penalty. He breaks away from a tackle at the 35 and lunges forward to the 32. But I think this will come against Peabody.
You know what it is? I think, Rick, it's a split end. It must be cracking back because they're getting around the corner. We got a holding.
Yep.
So,
well,
they don't announce it, but they do tell the officials tell the coaches who the penalty was on, so you know what number and what player. So,
only
make the correction.
Until a few years ago, they wouldn't even announce the college players until a couple of years ago, and I don't, I think it's good policy. Let the coach know, but you don't have to announce it. So it is a 10-yard penalty, making it first and 20 for Peabody at their own 40, at the classical 48-yard line. So Tanner's moving from right to left. They've got the blue jerseys on with the white numerals. Man in motion. Matt D'Amato back from an injury. Handoff to the first back, DeMayo off of tackle. And he's wrestled down at about the 44.
Can't tell if that's a dive or a trap.
So we'll put it almost at the 43, give him 5. So 2nd and 16, as you hear. And the big guys up front, Abe Kappa, Mike Locke, Dan Smith, David Pence, Randy Ramos for Peabody. D'Amato, quarterback. DeMayo is the fullback. And the tailback gets the handoff. No, it's a play action, overshot, almost intercepted. Almost intercepted again by a couple of Rams. And the first man to the ball back there was Ishmael Johnson, but it went off his fingertips.
It's one of those throws where you try to be too perfect. You aim it instead of throw it, and the ball sails on you.
D'Amato has a lot of experience. He was a starting quarterback last year, of course, for Peabody. And back from an injury, from a thumb injury. No score, 32 seconds left to go, first quarter. Our stream marker for tonight, Andrew Nicastro, bringing you this game from Peabody's Memorial High School. Great venue, great tradition here at Peabody High School as well. Stacked eye, oh, it's an offset eye. Pitch to Friedman, gets some yardage out on the right side, goes forward, and he's going to get the first down that sideline and still carrying tacklers with him inside the 25. Look at that, all the way down to the 23. What a run by Friedman. Coach, he's 5'9", 175.
Well, I guess you hear Belichick say the defensive end's got to set the edge. Well, what happens is they're getting around the edge, and that's what happens when you don't set it. And either it's a defensive end or a cornerback. Somebody has to come up and turn the play in.
I don't know that we're going to get this play off. We're not. End of the first quarter. No score here in Peabody between Lynn Classical and Peabody. And we'll be back with the second quarter right after we have this quick break on MSONEWSports.com.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Rogers Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get from our boats to your plate.
If you're thinking of renovating your home, please talk to the experienced sales staff at Moynihan Lumber. That's 82 River Street in downtown Beverly. Or visit us at MoynihanLumber.com.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
Well, Marblehead has jumped out on top to a 12-0 lead. 4:07 left in the first quarter. Marblehead intercepted Beverly's first play from scrimmage and ran it back 81 yards. Lopez a 5-yard run for the touchdown after that. And Marblehead scoring again. They're now leading 12-0 over Beverly over at Marblehead. Meanwhile here, Tanners have a 1st and 10, and they're at the 22-yard line of Classical. Play action, thrown, complete at the 13-yard line. And that is to number 34. We don't have a 34 in the program.
It's 84. Is it 34 or 84?
Was it 84? Okay, my eyesight is so bad. That's better. That's Brandon Muse. Thanks, Coach. Moving the chains. The ball is at the 13. 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the classical 13. Run play. Friedman trying to sweep the left following DeMayo's block. He's hit but carries another tackler with him forward. And he's close to the goal line.
Well, Classical has to do something to that slot formation. They're getting around the end too easily, and
it's at the 3, so almost a 10-yard gain for Friedman. 2nd down and less than a yard for the 1st down. Ball on the far hash mark, and now Peabody, after threatening on the most recent possession and not scoring, they're threatening once again. Just underway, played 1 minute here in the 2nd quarter, no score. Game has been marred.
They're coming over, Rick. If you see, they got more bodies over here now.
All right, so it's a sweep to the right.
Make any difference?
You're right, and it's a touchdown for Friedman. Peabody leads 6-0. Nothing fancy, Coach. Just a sweep to the right, and that's 7 plays, 38 yards for the Peabody Tanners to go out on top by a score of 6-0.
Generated blocking is, you get the advantage if you have the angle, and the split end is just coming down, and he's got a great angle on the contained people, and they're getting around the corner.
So we will try a single point after, and looks pretty good. Lex Cole kicks it through the uprights. It's 7-0 Peabody. So the Tanners warding off all the penalties that they have been assessed. I think they've been assessed 4 or 5 already here in this first half. But they break through on the scoreboard first, leading by 7-0, and it has been primarily the running of Noah Friedman. We should point out Matt D'Amato is back at quarterback after having a thumb injury for the Peabody Tanners, and also back in action is Marcus Rivera for the Lynn Classical Rams. He had been injured as well. So the Rams need to get some offense mustered now. They had a good drive their first possession, and they went 3 and out on their second. And again,
hard to overcome penalties, but they did.
Marblehead leading Beverly 12-0 in the first half over in Marblehead. Matt D'Amato will kick off. Puts the right foot into it. It is a short kick that bounces at the 35
nice
into
move.
A receiver and gets it to the 40-yard line.
Real short kick.
And I'm not sure who hauled it in. I think it might have been Ishmael Johnson. Cooling off nicely here and turning into an October night with Classical having the ball now at their own 39-yard line. With 9:50 left to go in the first half. A lot of penalties have slowed the game clock down here in this first half, but very competitive first half. And for the Rams, they've got Jason Ruiz up front again. He's 5'10", 195. High snap, Laria pulls it in. Play action, shoots it over the middle. Oh, what a hit. Oh, my goodness. After the ball went by, and David Barnard was splayed out by Peabody's Jake Gardy. Yikes.
Well, when you tell your quarterback, when you throw a pop pass, you got to throw it to the face or lower, because if you put your arms out, you know you're going to get hit from the safety.
Mercy. And he was clocked, but no penalty.
I believe that ball was tipped.
Noah Morse, left guard, Javier Delgado, both 205, 210 respectively. Laria back in the shotgun. He's going to run with it, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Wow. First man back there looked like it was Dan Cannella, Jr. Well, no, check it. It was not 59, but rather 55. That's Matt Ball. Darty, DeMayo, Mendoza, the linebackers, Gutierrez, Murphy, McGuire, Marcus Barker, defensive backs for the Peabody Tanners. But It's 3rd and 13 now for the Rams. Counterplay, handoff. Run play is going to be stopped for another loss as Melvin Nieves tackled in the backfield. Swarming defense by Peabody, and Classical has to give it up.
Well, the secondary, you got to give the secondary credit too. I'm not sure. It was probably a safety that came up and made the tackle. Recognized the play.
Yeah, it's at the 34. So net loss of 4 yards on that possession. So Gutierrez will fair catch it at the 36-yard line for the Peabody Tanners, leading 7-0. $8:21 left to go first half. Let's flip the scoreboard page here. 107 yards of offense for Peabody, 34 for Lynn Classical. Hope to be talking with Peabody Athletic Director Phil Sheridan at the half. If he has time, he's going to come up here and chat with us. Ball is at the 36-yard line for Peabody, and they are moving left to right. 8:21 left to go, first half. At the near hash mark. Twins off to the left, handoff to DeMeo. He reverses his field from left to right and gets yardage across the 40 to the 43. Boy, nice run by DeMeo.
Well, I think now Classical over pursued, and he cut it back across the grain and found an opening.
Out to the 45, 9-yard gain. And he was spotting the hole, reversing his field nicely was DeMeo, and he's a junior. 2nd and 1. Well, that's an 8-yard gain. So it's 2nd and 2. 6 defenders up at the line of scrimmage. Handoff, run play. Friedman, busted tackle, keeps going, and finally he is spun down across the 50, 45, 44-yard line. He's at the Classical 44.
Well, Peabody's winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10, 11-yard gain for Noah Friedman, who has the Peabody touchdown. Tanners break the huddle. They maintain that tight formation. And it's a pitch to the tailback, running around the left side. 40, 35, squirting loose. 20, still on his feet with balancing by his hand inside the 30. And yet another penalty. Carrying the ball was Lex Cole.
I'm not sure if they're going to call it on Doherty, but I thought it was a legal block.
Well, Lex Cole got the ball inside the 25, but it's coming back. Yep. So we'll bring it back. And Coach Betancourt being waved off the field. Chop block.
Well,
you saw it?
It's blocking. Well, it's blocking below the waist, but
well, this is going to be a big one. Coming all the way back.
Boy.
To the 41. And Coach Betancourt is not very happy. He's out there almost near the hash mark. It's back to the Peabody 41-yard line after it was down to about the 25.
You know, they change the rules so often. Sometimes.
Well, here's another penalty marker. DeMeo gets the call. 45, 50, down the sideline, and bumped out of bounds. No, yes, he is bumped out of bounds at the 30. But we're bringing it back. This is absurd.
Offsides on Classical.
Oh, you're right. It's offsides the Rams. So Peabody catches a break this time after being assessed numerous penalties here in this first half. So a big run by DeMeo. And we have a timeout for Lynn Classical.
Boy, they're just a lot of mental errors.
All right, so ball is going to be all the way down to the 18-yard line of Lynn Classical. Cowabunga. So that's a 41-yard gain. That can't be right. No, 31 yards. 31-yard run for DeMayo. As Classical takes its first time out of the half. Only scoring in the ball game to this point was 3-yard touchdown run by Noah Friedman, carrying the ball mostly for Peabody, although DeMayo has certainly added to it here now in this second quarter. Eric DeMayo, one of the captains, as a junior. He's listed at 6 feet, 235.
Well, Coach Betancourt's out there talking to the officials probably about the rule. I mean, if you have a technique that you've taught the kids on how to block, and then you get into the game and the officials say it's illegal, it kind of changes things around for you. I don't know, he's out in the huddle.
Well, let's see now. After the timeout.
Let him out there. Called the play out by the hash mark.
It's an emotional game, Coach. At the 18-yard line. Peabody on the march.
Got
Pitch
the edge.
to
Yeah,
Friedman. It's closed quickly.
That's what they have to do.
After a couple of yards.
And secondary has to come up and make tackles, and he did.
Trying to see who made that stop. I can't see the number from here. Number 2. So that's a good stop by Chase Bono. As Friedman gets it to the 15. About a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Handoff, run play. Fighting his way forward to the 15, to the 10-yard line. And I think that's a different number back there now. Is it Jake Doherty? I think it was Doherty carrying the ball. I think it was 11. Yeah, it was Doherty. It's at the 10. That's at the 10, isn't it? You called 15, but I think it's at the 10.
Yes, it's a 10.
Okay, so it's 3rd down and 2 yards to go at the classical 10 for the Peabody Tanners. There's the I formation with DeMayo the up back. It's the tailback Friedman who gets it, and he's going to be. He breaks a tackle, squirts loose, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Almost tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Did a good job to get back to the 10.
Well, that's called a bounce out, and what he does is that he tried to run off tackle, and it was no hole, so he tried to bounce it out, and there was nothing outside either.
5 minutes left to go. You can hear the. You know what? I should shut this door. We got the Peabody coaches up here telling Coach Betancourt to call timeout. He's trying to. Coach Betancourt gets it. So Peabody is facing a 4th and 2 at the 10-yard line. 2 for the first down, 10 for the touchdown.
This is a 30-second timeout, and you can only bring one player over to the sideline. A full timeout, you can bring the whole team over.
Okay. So 4:50 left to go in the half. 4th down, 2 yards to go for Peabody at the classical 10. Here we go. I formation, stacked up behind D'Amato. Play action. Launches it to the end zone. Wide open, Doherty, touchdown. Wow. D'Amato just floated that ball nicely to Doherty. He hauled it in with his thumbs up, fingertips out. And it's a touchdown for Peabody.
Well, it looks to me like Classical, took a gamble that it was going to be a running play and took the safety and blitzed him, and there was no one backing him up, so the receiver was wide open.
And D'Amato put a nice touch on it, just a nice soft little arc. Sometimes guys so far open, you panic. But that is another touchdown, making it 13-0, 4:46 left to go. First half, Peabody leading. And another point is added on by D'Amato, and it's 14-0. So Jake Doherty, 11-yard pass from D'Amato. With 4:46 left to go in the half. And for Peabody, that was a 9-play, 64-yard touchdown drive. And for the Tanners, they now have 171 yards of offense to 34 for Lynn Classical.
Well, Classical's got to figure out a way to consistently move the ball, and except for that first series, they haven't been able to do anything.
Andrew Nicastro, our streamographer tonight. 14-0 is Peabody will be set to kick off. Over on Channel A, Danvers at Lynn English, and of course, last report we heard from Tim Kearns was Marblehead leading Beverly close to the end of the first half by a score of 12-0. On the kickoff, wow, great coverage by Peabody. My goodness gracious.
Once you turn your shoulders going to the sideline, you lose all your power. So anybody who can tackle you, you got nothing, no leverage at all.
Carlos Gomes with a nice play on the kicking team, stopping Melvin Nieves of Classical. And the Rams will start at their own 24-yard line. With 4:39 left to go in the first half. Classical needing to get some rhythm now on offense. They're going to leave it up to Laurie to carry the ball. Forget about it. Oh, my. Maybe a yard to the 25. Classical quarterback Matt Lauria can do it all. He can throw, he can run, but tough time tonight. Offense stymied by the Peabody defense. Coach, I don't think, I'm just seeing here, Classical has not had a first down since their first possession. They had 3 on the first drive and haven't had one since. So the Rams now bring it out, 2nd and 9 to go on the near hash mark. Lynn Classical moving from right to left. They've got a bunch of receivers off to the right. Handoff on a run play to the right and stopped after about a 2-yard gain. Carrying the ball, Christian Cummings, he's a junior. Try to sweep to the right. A yard there, that's it. So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for Lynn Classical. Coach Tim Phelps over on the far sideline trying to get his troops organized here to get some rhythm going, get some offensive flow.
Right, Rick. It's just, after a while you're just calling plays to call plays because nothing's working right now.
And the Peabody defense is just, diagnosing everything. In a shotgun, quick throw out to the right side. It's complete, but not nearly enough for the first down. Maybe 2 yards. And I don't know who caught the ball over there.
The defense just swarmed out to the sideline. Great pursuit by the defense.
It was to Ishmael Johnson, but my goodness, where is it? It's at the 27, 28. Tanner's taking another timeout. That's their 2nd of the half, as we're down to 2:53. They haven't put the ball down yet, so I'm not sure where it is. I can't see the yard marker off on the far side.
It's on the 27.
Where is
28.
it?
I believe it's the 28.
Oh, now I see it. Yeah, I see the 4th down marker now. Yep. Yep. It is at the 28. Thank you, Coach. So it'll be a punt situation once again for Lynn Classical. And they'll be punting, get the punt away from about the 17 or 18-yard line. Low snap, bobble, look out. Uh-oh, this could be disaster, but the Rams pick it up. Hunter gets back to the 32, that's it. Oh, boy.
Well, low snap, fumbled the ball. A lot of times, too, is when you're a punter and you're fumbling around with the ball, you got your head up because you're trying to look to see who's coming, and then you can't pick up the ball because you aren't looking at it.
I think that was Robbie Williams, punter, but I did not get the number. And that could spell disaster for the Rams. 38 yards of offense total. But Classical, Peabody has it at the Classical 32. 2:46, run play. No, it's a play action. Little flip pass tossed to DeMaio. One hands it and brings it in for a short gain.
Nice catch. Big kid, but he looks very athletic.
That was a basketball pass, sort of. Almost like a free throw. And DeMaio gets it to the 24. So it's an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So as a junior, he's a captain. So that's
Well, he did a lot of blocking last year, Paul, for Doug Santos. He played a lot as a fullback. I remember that because we covered 2 or 3 games here and got a lot of experience as a sophomore.
good-looking player.
Offset eye. Toss to the tailback. Going around the left side. Friedman gets the first down, close to the 15. It's at the 17. 7-yard gain for Friedman, who's piling up the yards here in this first half. 2:26, clock moving. Classical, I think, has 4 timeouts left, and they're showing 3 timeouts left for each team. So 3 left for each team with the clock moving at 2:14. And Peabody not in any hurry to break the huddle on the far hash mark. Really nice night. Good numbers for the Peabody Tanners here on the near sideline. Not so bad either.
83.
All right, it's a pitch to the tailback. Running to the right side. That's down to about the 11-yard line. What's the number, Coach, of the runner? 27?
27.
Yeah, Nick Nelsnick. 5'7", 165. And put it at the 12. So 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. Minute 35 left to go. And we've got a split backfield this time. A wishbone almost. And it's to Daugherty. Big hole in that left side. He squirts through it. He's close to the end zone. And he's stopped just shy of the goal line.
Well, Peabody's got a lot of weapons, and it looks like the offensive line and the other backs block for each other. So that's tough to stop.
10-yard gain for Daugherty. 1st and goal. 1:14, clock moving. Big contingent of Peabody Tanners musicians here in front of us. On the far hash mark, Tanners amassed now, shoulder-to-shoulder formation, wing off to the right, eye set up behind D'Amato. Handoff, tailback, DeMeo, he's in. I think it's DeMeo. Yep, DeMeo gets the touchdown. And the score has increased now to 20-0. Well, Coach, you got to wonder why Peabody is 1-3, the way they're playing tonight. My goodness gracious. A couple of breaks, they'd probably be 3-1, and it looks like they're ascending right now.
Well, I guess you can understand that Beverly score now. I mean, they certainly look like they could be competitive against Beverly, and physically they match up very well against both Marblehead and Beverly. But
another point after by D'Amato, and the score is now 21-0. So DeMeo, 2-yard touchdown run, and for the Tanners, after the muffed punt, or actually the bad snap on the punt, taking the ball over from the 32, took them 5 plays to get in. They did. 58 seconds left to go in the half, and it's 21-0. Peabody. Wow, wow, wow. So the scores for Peabody: Friedman, Daugherty, and DeMeo here in this second quarter. And the Tanners have dominated. They now have amassed 204 yards of offense to 38 for Lynn Classical. But the Rams have weapons too. You just need to find something that works and then get some rhythm. D'Amato, ground ball kick, bounces through down to the 18-yard line, picked up there by the Rams, returned to the 25, and carrying the ball back was Melvin Yevs. So Classical starts with 49 seconds left to go in this first half, trailing 21-0.
Well, just a general observation, Rick, is Peabody is just much more physical at this point in the game. Tackling, blocking.
Seem to be a step quicker too, Paul.
Right.
At this point, 21-0, as Classical breaks the huddle.
Well, I don't know. They got 49 seconds left.
Right. Loria back in the shotgun with one man left back for protection. Plenty of time. Shoots it long, high, and deep down the right sideline and out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Peabody. Looking way down there for Alex Pedro. And looked like pretty good coverage back there, too. So Peabody overcoming a number of penalties in this first half and bolting out to a 21-0 lead. Second down and 10 at their own 26-yard line for the Rams. 44 seconds left. Loria looking to his right, and he is wrapped up, and he'll be sacked inside the 20-yard line. Now let's see where his progress is. Clock is moving. Progress is at the 21, so it's a 5-yard loss. Second, check it, 3rd and 15. Third down, 15 to go.
I would let it run out, regroup at halftime.
Yeah, clock moving.
Nothing's going well right now here.
Matt Loria, Rick Keogh, Chauncey Williams. On the other side, but Loria now with a 3rd and 15, clock runs out. They don't get the playoff, so that is the end of the first period, and the first half. And so after the first half, it is Peabody leading Lynn Classical by a score of 21-0.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. If you're replacing the windows in your home, please see the Anderson 400 series windows on display at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, or Plastown, New Hampshire. The Anderson 400 is attractive, durable, energy efficient, and reasonably priced. Remember, Anderson is the most trusted name in windows. See the Anderson 400 at any of our 3 locations. That's North Reading, Beverly, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
Harrington's Trophy and Awards has been rewarding the North Shore for over 25 years. Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington.
And I am Marty Harrington, and we are known for our local family business, providing custom trophies, plaques, screen printing, embroidery, and much more. We offer a variety of services such as engraving wedding gifts, medals for charity walks, youth sports trophies, and uniforms. From the newest style performance wear to your everyday work shirts, we are your one-stop shop. Whether it's a fantasy football, warm-up suits for your team, end-of-the-year banquet gifts, or recognizing excellence, we pride our business on our exceptional customer service and quality products. Located in Lynn, or visit our website at harringtontrophy.com.
Gloria Food Store is still Beverly's #1 deli, and no matter what New England weather is thrown at us, Gloria is open. With fresh bread delivered from Sunray Bakery every morning, Gloria can provide party platters, calzones, hot trays, cold trays, salad trays, and finger sandwiches for whatever you have planned. Call in your order at 978-922-3613. Stop in at 268 Rantoul Street or visit GloriaFoodStore.com.
People come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for 2. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Hi, this is Saka Sarkeesian, owner of Sarkeesian Sportswear, located on Route 1 south of Peabody. We are a sports team dealer and custom apparel distributor that can handle all of your team's or company's uniform and apparel needs. So stop by and visit us at 182 Newbury Street in Peabody to see our storefront. Visit with our friendly and helpful staff and let us help you get the right fit for your program. Also, you can visit our website, SarkeesianSports.com, to view our monthly specials and learn more about us.
MSONEWSports.com, MSO Radio.
Okay, we're back at halftime with Peabody Athletic Director Phil Sheridan. How you doing, Phil?
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for letting us come up here. Always appreciate it, and always a great bunch of people up here. And win, lose, or draw, you always get great support for Peabody High School athletics.
Yeah, we certainly do. The kid, what a great student crowd we have tonight. Really glad to see that.
Oh, it's a beautiful night, and classical travels well too. It's nice to see so many kids coming out to these games now. And I'm seeing it more and more, and there's an emphasis on behavior and captains' involvement and all that stuff. So it's all good for school spirit.
It's good stuff. The kids are doing a great job.
You know, my question is, Phil, how the hell is Peabody 1-3 the way they're playing tonight? I mean, they look great.
Yeah, they're playing very well. If we could just keep away from the penalties, would be great. You know, I think they've played hard all season. The Beverly game, geez, we were right there.
Yep.
And last week was a little tough, and we had a bunch of penalties and stuff. But I think they had a great week of practice this week, and I think they're ready to play.
I think the scary part about Marblehead is it doesn't look like they put together a complete game yet, and they're just cruising. And they're leading 19-0 right now over Beverly at the half.
Really? Yeah, they're tough.
Well, Phil, tell us about fall here at Peabody High School. I came here twice this week, try to meet with Coach Betancourt, and both days, this field, the upper field, just packed with kids. So tell me what's happening with sports in the fall here.
Well, the good thing is we have a lot of participation. The kids are really coming out for sports. Starting with cross country, both teams are currently undefeated in the dual meet season. They both did very well at the Frank Kelly Invitational this past Saturday. The field hockey team had a nice tie today against Saugus. The girls soccer team is rolling along. They're doing very, very well. They're ranked in the Eastern Seaboard right now, so they're doing well. Boys soccer had a nice win yesterday. Volleyball is on a kind of a 5 or 6 game winning streak. They're really coming around, so things are good.
I'm just wondering how many roaches there are. There seems like there's millions of them. And what is the heritage of the running program here at Peabody, Phil? Because I know it goes back a long time, and just year after year, you have so many kids who participate.
Well, you know, the track program has been pretty successful for a real long time. You know, back to the 60s, and you know, when George Smyrnius took over in the 70s, we had a very successful run under George Smyrnius. I think he won 7 or 8 state championships and a whole bunch of league championships. And you know, I coached in the 80s and 90s, and you know, we had a whole bunch of league championships and a state level championship. And these two guys, Coach Braz and Coach Rocha, have taken over, and they haven't missed a beat. I watch them. They're doing a great job, and the kids are really invested, so it's great.
Well, I'm a little upset. Jeff Destino is leaving the Gloucester program because he's now an administrator, and Jeff taking over for the legendary Jim Munn did a great job up in Gloucester as well. So a very competitive North Shore run program in cross country and track and everything else. Phil, did excuse me, were high school athletics involved at all in the Peabody Centennial celebration? Have they been involved with that?
Yes, we were. All of the head coaches, fall, winter, and spring, and all of the captains marched in the parade. Along
cool.
with, I got to march with them. It was fun. We had a great time.
I understand it was a good turnout and a huge parade.
It was a really big parade. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to see it. I was on a side street for about 3.5 hours before we started marching. But once we got going, there was so many. You know, it was nice to see Mr. Buckley, our principal, mentioned, because he was in the parade as well. Mm-hmm. It was great to see families along the route up Lowell Street in their yards having cookouts, neighbors getting together. It was kind of like the old days. It was pretty cool.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's talk about the playoff format. It's not changing in football this year, and how are the ADs looking at that with the 4 new schools coming in next year? What's going to be the impact of that, Phil?
It's going to be interesting. You know, as far as football goes, only 3 of them will be playing in the NEC: Malden, Medford, and Somerville. And we're going to have to divide up into probably 2 divisions of 8, 8 and 7. So that will be interesting to see which division we get in, because if we're in the division of 8, we won't have any non-league games because we'll have 7 games for ourselves. And once you get into the playoffs, I mean, it's been fun the last couple of years because we've been in the playoffs. I'm not a big fan because of the way when you're not in the playoffs, it just, I don't know, I'm not really crazy about it.
It seemed to have been improved a little bit last year, although the schools we covered, were in the playoffs, and then they had to, when you get eliminated, then you end up with another game. That seemed to work. At least they made an effort. The MIAA did to bring your schools back closer geographically to where you would play. I know I don't know who Peabody played after they lost to Everett, but Gloucester ended up playing Winthrop again. Who'd Peabody play?
St. John's Prep.
Well, geographically, that's close.
We were supposed to play Andover, and then all of a sudden we were playing St. John's. So tough game.
I know Andover would be no picnic either with E.J. Perry up there.
Yeah, he's terrific, isn't he?
He is tremendous. His
grandfather was a great guy.
Well, I know the dad, and they've got connections to the Patriots and to the Houston Texans. It's great, and that's the one great thing, Phil, is we talk about it a lot when you travel around the North Shore. Is it's a good size area geographically, but when you talk high school sports, man, it shrinks to your backyard, doesn't it?
It sure does.
I mean, now your AD's meetings are like that too. You must. It must be like, I was going to say a fraternity, but you can't say that. But it's like a close-knit organization, isn't it? Even though you're rivals, you're still partners in education.
Yeah, it really is. We had a meeting on Thursday, our monthly meeting, and it's really it's a little interesting because now we have the 4 GBL schools, although they're not playing in the league right now, they're attending the meetings because they begin playing in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have 16 ADs in the room, and everybody's every one of us is a leader, and we want what's best not just for our own school but for the league. So there's some really great conversation going on, and it's fun.
That's interesting, and I haven't talked about that with ADs and the overview that you do have, because you have your school and it's big and you've got a lot of participants with the school, and I got to let you bail out of here in a minute. But then you go to the league meetings and you've got this bigger picture that you're involved in. So it's really I don't know. It's eye-opening to me, but you must have different priorities. You have priorities as a group of ADs, and then you have to bring that back to your individual school.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of the things that we were talking about, we will be Swampscott. Kelly Farley, the AD at Swampscott, is hosting the Northeast Conference Leadership Conference next Thursday. So all the schools will bring 10 kids, 10 leaders, whether they be captains or student government leaders and so on, to the program, and it's about education too, so it's great.
Emphasis this year on captains. Have you guys had any change in that category in what they do and their responsibilities?
Well, that's one of the things I always talk to the coaches about, that you really need to talk to the captains about what your expectations are of them, and what you expect of them. So the kids know, and they become more invested when they know exactly what you want.
Yeah. I was so impressed with the hockey captains. I got to see Mark Leonard's team a lot, and they were just so impressive. I mean, animals on the ice, and I mean that in a good competitive sense, and gentlemen off the ice. It was great.
Well,
so the message is getting out there.
Yes, it is. It is.
Phil, anything else before I let you go?
No, thanks for having me, and go Tanners.
Oh, we'll be back. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. That is Phil Sheridan. He's the athletic director here at Peabody High School. After one half of play, it's 21-0. The Tanners are leading this one. We'll be back after this break.
The Porthole Restaurant is a North Shore dining tradition. Enjoy waterfront dining in a casual atmosphere. The Porthole features outstanding quality, quantity, and price. Known for a full variety of menu selections, you must try the award-winning clam chowder, fresh off-the-boat seafood, lobsters, prime rib, steaks and chops, daily luncheon and dinner specials. They feature spacious and well-appointed function rooms. The Porthole, a great value, a great dining experience. Open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week on the water on the Lynnway in Lynn.
The Lynn Museum, located at 590 Washington Street in the heart of Lynn's emerging downtown cultural district, offers a unique perspective on history as told through the experiences of one of America's most consequential cities. Come this fall and see our newest exhibits, Industry and Craft, People at Work in Lynn, and Collecting for the Objects of Lynn. We're open Tuesdays through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 9 to 1 p.m., or online at lynnmuseum.org.
Back fact is, including the commute, people spend 10 hours a day at work. No wonder they're forced to buy car insurance in 15 minutes. They just don't have time to go meet with someone. Well, Columbia Insurance has an alternative. The insurance professionals at Columbia Insurance Agency will meet with you at your workplace. Even better, we'll go to the registry and bring your plates back to you at work, free of charge. At Columbia Insurance Agency, we come to you, and we really do. Visit ColumbiaInsuranceAgency.net and set up an appointment today. That's ColumbiaInsuranceAgency.net.
Team up with the Daily Item at itemlive.com, your community information connection. The Daily Item features colorful, timely stories highlighting the North Shore. The new Look page focuses on people, places, and things. The Item is presenting news in a user-friendly format. Don't miss any local news or reading features on your neighbors. Check out the Item today. It's all new every day. For home delivery, call 781-593-7700 or go to itemlive.com. Honeydew's seasonal favorites are finally here. Nothing says fall more on a crisp, cool morning than a hot pumpkin spice or maple cream coffee. Complement these coffee flavors with a tasty pumpkin muffin, deliciously sweet cranberry apple stick, or a freshly baked tart apple cider donut. Visit our locally owned and operated Honeydew Donut Shops located on the Linway and Western Avenue in Lynn, Eastern Avenue in Malden, Canal Street in Salem, and Meridian Street in East Boston. And experience Honeydew's flavors of the fall today. MSONEWSports.com, MSO Radio.
Okay, the Peabody Tanners are galloping onto the field, and Classical has already arrived. Tanners heading right toward you if you're watching our video. Hello once again, I'm Rick Moore along with former Gloucester football coach Paul Ingram, 3-time Super Bowl champion, 4 Super Bowls in 4 years. And Bill Proposki, our producer and engineer. Andrew Nicastro is our streamographer. 21-0, the Peabody Tanners are leading in this one. Sometimes statistics do tell a story. 204 yards of offense for the Peabody Tanners, 33 yards of offense for Lynn Classical. Classical had 3 first downs in their first possession and didn't have one the rest of the first half. 2 running backs. It's a two-headed monster right now for the Peabody Tanners. Sort of. They also got a big contribution from a third guy. But Noah Friedman, 9 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown. And Eric DeMeo, 5 carries, 56 yards for a touchdown. And Jake Doherty also has scored a touchdown. So it has been complete control so far for the Peabody Tanners after a very shaky start with a number of penalties.
Well, it's a lot of times you can get on the sideline, you can tell it's just more physical. Peabody is just a more physical team, and I'm not sure Classical can come back from that. We'll see what's planned for the second half, but they can't seem to move the ball or stop Peabody, and here's another example.
DeMeo breaks loose at the 30, 40, 50, gets some blocking, 40, still running to the 30-yard line. DeMeo just following blockers all the way down the sideline on the return, and he got it from his 30 to the opposition's 30, so call it a 40-yard return.
Well, he's a 6 foot 235, and he's an athlete.
He's got moves for a big guy.
He does.
Excuse me. They will start at the Lynn Classical 31-yard line, and
that's not what Classical needed.
Most recently started at the Classical 32 before scoring. So now they will send. Well,
this is a little different. Now they're spread.
Yeah, 2 off to the left side, including Tyler Rotundo, split wide to the left. It's a counterplay though to Noah Friedman. Stutter stepping in the backfield, spinning around and backing his way for some yardage to the 29 or 28.
Well, that's a different formation. Seem to be moving the ball pretty well with the other formations, but trying something a little bit different here.
Well, it was a 3-yard gain after they had sent Tyler Rotundo out wide. And
these are unbalanced lines.
Looks like the center is Cam Powers for the Peabody Tanners, and you've got that pistol formation in the backfield. Handoff to the left running back, Friedman, and he's wrapped up for a big loss back to the 35, but it was a face mask. Yeah, pretty obvious.
Yeah. Finally make a play, and it's a penalty.
Yep, would have been back to the 35-yard line. Would have been a 7-yard loss, but forget about it. Face mask will push the ball deep now into Lynn Classical real estate. Now, the line of scrimmage was at 28. Just just underway here in the third quarter. At the half over in Marblehead, it was the Headers, check it, the Magicians, leading Beverly Panthers. So there you see the 15-yarder stepped off inside the 15, now at the 14-yard line. My.
I don't think you said the score, Rick, did you?
19-0.
19-0.
Marblehead. Probably didn't.
Any other?
No, that's all I have at this point. I can't do it like Bill can. Okay, 1st and 10 from the Classical 14. And Jake Doherty gets the handoff, picks his way through, and just walks into the end zone from 14 yards out. Oh, he just picked his openings left and right, and then left and right again, and scored the touchdown. And it's 27-0. Doherty's second touchdown. Short field again. Only 3 plays this time to cover the 31 yards. And Doherty picks up his second score. 14 yards out. As we said, that's 3 plays, another 31 yards to add to the offensive totals for the Tanners. They now have 235 yards of total offense. D'Amato will attempt the point after. Big rush put on, but he gets it through. Nice touch.
They rushed all 11.
And let's see. 9:38 left to go. And it's 28-0. Well, play just really underway here, and it didn't start any better for Classical. They needed a better start than that. Didn't get it. And they really need to put something together now.
Well, they look discouraged. I mean, there's not a lot of hustle.
Yeah, that messed up punt did not help things at all. So there's an over-the-shoulder one-handed catch on the kickoff from the 20, return to about the 30. It's Chase Bono with that one-handed reception, pulling a spinning ball in one-handed, reversing his field and getting 10 yards on the return. .26 left to go. Third quarter, 28-0 Peabody. Now the Rams have it at their own 31 on the far hash mark. And let's see if they can put together something here and get their confidence back. Trailing by 4 touchdowns. Lauria is in the shotgun with one man in motion. Bad snap, picks it up off the turf, reverses his field, trying to cut it outside, and he's going to be dropped for about a yard loss. Boy.
Yeah, they're...
It just seems everything out of sync, and
well, they're trying to make a big play, and by giving up yardage, and it's just not working. You know, the defense is too quick, and they're tackling well.
Quick defensive front four for Peabody, and they're not that big. They're all 195 except for Canella. He's 205. Dan Canella are 205, but James McCarthy, Cam Powers, Brendan Muse, they're all 195. So it's 2nd and 12 for Classical. Play action, fires it over the middle. Lauria complete, and it's short of the first down, but it's to the 38-yard line. And I think that's the tight end, David Barnard. It is. Again, he's only a sophomore, 6 feet, 220. Big target.
Finally a positive play.
Yeah, and it's out to the 38. So it's about an 8-yard, well, 9 yards from scrimmage. And let's see. That makes it 3rd and 3. Classical has not had a first down since their very first possession. And we're at the 8-minute mark here now in the third quarter. Pitch to the running back. Cutting it outside. It's Chase Bono. Stiff arms a would-be tackler and gets the first down. Out to the 47 or 48-yard line.
Now good blocking on the edge and good ball carrying.
Well, it's not as far as I thought it was. It's back at the 44, but it's still a first down. 6-yard gain. And their first down since way back on their first possession. Channel A, it's Danvers at Lynn English. And we'll have more football next weekend, of course, with 3 games for you. 2 on Friday night and 1 on Saturday. We will be right back here, Lynn English at Peabody next week. And in motion is Bono. Reverse the other way. And this is going to be good positive yardage across the 50. And get the number of that running back. All right, that is Alex Pedro with the carry. And it's to the 49 of Peabody. So that's a good 7-yard gain. And now it's second and about 3.
You know, it's always going in a coach's mind, too. You know, you want to keep going with positive yardage, but then you look at the score, you say, can I do this and win the game?
All right, on the keeper, Loria, close to the first down. Powers forward off of tackle. I think he may have it. It's very close. Yeah, he's got it. It's to the 45-yard line of Peabody. Good line surge that time. So they'll move the change. Another first down, and finally, Classical has some offense. Moving, getting in sync, getting some rhythm. 6:19 left to go. I know what you mean. You want to get positive yards, but then you think, okay, can you get a big play all at once and climb back in it?
Yeah, to get back in it and have a chance to win the game.
First down for Lynn Classical. They're moving from right to left at the near hash mark. Loria is the quarterback. Tight formation with 2 wings off to that right side. Handoff, nope. Play action. Loria over the middle. Oh, nice catch on a crossing pattern from right to left at the 28-yard line.
Nice catch. But number 9 was wide open on this sideline.
And the completion is to Nieves for the first down.
What happens is defensively secondary have to read keys. And like I said before, and they have to key either tight end. Wideouts are tough to key because they're always going to go out. But your tight end will tell you a lot. And I think Classical was running the ball so much that they just stopped reading their keys and came up because they were
first down.
Wide open, number 9.
At the 28. Run play, excuse me. Tripped up for no gain. That's Bono.
Sure, Montoya would go back to the huddle and tell him.
Well, again, on the previous play, nice pass, nice touch, and terrific catch by Melvin Nieves, running from right to left. He was dropped right after he caught the ball, but he had a good pattern, got the first down. Inside the 5-minute mark now, 28-0 Peabody leading over Lynn Classical. Rams putting together a nice drive now that began back on their own 31-yard line. And they are at the Peabody 28-yard line. And play action again. Laurie on the rollout. Shoots it on the right side. It's tipped up in the air. And it's either caught or intercepted. I think it's caught. Oh, it's intercepted. It is intercepted. And that ball was tipped up in the air, bobbled around, and finally hauled in by Pat McGuire of Peabody High School. And that stops the Rams.
Well, he's just not a real smart thrower. He's covered. Throw it away and give yourself another chance.
Well, they almost doubled their total offense on that drive. The Rams now have 64 total yards in this game. And Peabody will take over. I think that's their second turnover of the game. And they're at their own 17. 4:16 left to go in the third quarter. And here's a counter play. Left halfback going to the right. It's Friedman across the 20. Cuts it further out to the right and knocked out of bounds. Looks like around the 25 and close to the first down.
Bono was right there and he whiffed at the tackle.
Going for the ball maybe. 7-yard gain, second down and 3. Ball at the 24. Tanner's at their own 24 on the near hash mark, and they're heading from left to right. In the shotgun, Doherty, handoff, big hole, penalty, as he gets the first down to the 30, but I think this one's coming back. He got it to the 30. Would have been a 6-yard gain. Will be a 6-yard gain if it stands, but it won't. Holding. And he'll step it off against Peabody, sending them back toward their own goal line. And the ball will come all the way back to the 14. So it's back to the 14. 3:08 left to go with the clock moving, and a comfortable 28-0 lead for the Peabody Tanners, looking for their first win in league play. And that's hard to believe. Playing so well tonight, they played so well against Beverly. They've had some really good games. Just haven't put it all together, but they're doing it tonight for sure. Play action. Over the middle, D'Amato. Oh, it's almost intercepted by the big guy. Almost intercepted by Barnard at about the 17-yard line. He knocked it down. David Barnard, linebacker for these classical Rams. They've got some big boys up front. Morse at 205, Dennis Pierce 260, Javier Delgado 210, David Barnard 220. Barnard up on the line. Matt Laria, Rick Keogh, Chauncey Williams, the backers. Melvin Nieves, Marcus Rivera, Jesse Young are the defensive backs. Run play, they're going to go nowhere for Peabody, and they'll have to punt. So Friedman gets nothing, and the classical defense steps up. And let's see, the ball is at the 16-yard line. So maybe a 2-yard gain. And I think this is the first time they punted tonight? First or second?
I believe so.
Yeah. Maybe the first time. So 2 minutes showing on the clock exactly. And Doherty punts it, fielded at the 49-yard line of the Rams. And reversing his field is Nieves, and he's going to be dropped back at the 50 once again. Melvin Nieves got the ball at the 49, went down to about the 45, and then came back to the 50.
So I said at the beginning of the game, your kickoff team, the outside guys have contained. Well, it's the same with your punt team. Usually your two ends go down and they contain the runner, and Peabody did an excellent job of that.
What does contain mean? Not let him to the outside?
Yeah, you funnel everything back to where most of your tacklers are.
So it's right at the 50. On the classical side of the field, the nose of the ball touching the 50-yard line. Rams moving from right to left. Had a good drive most recent time they had the ball, but gave it up on the interception. Now Laria in an empty backfield with a runner in motion. Keeper by Laria, off tackle. 5 or 6 yards to the 44, and keeps his legs going, carrying people forward some more. He gets it to the 41. Nice run by Laria. It's at the 42 is where they finally put it down. So it's an 8-yard gain, 2nd down and 2 to go. So it looks like Beverly has gotten on the scoreboard. Looks like it's 19-7. Coach gives us the play, but not the score. Tim Kearns reporting over in Marblehead. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I can't figure out how to use this stuff. He tells us number 33 had a huge run. Do you know who 33 is for Beverly? All right, there's a run play off tackle, and Laria gets the first down on the keeper. So first down, as Laria now is moving the ball by himself here with the aid of his blockers up front, gets it to the 24. I'm sorry, to the 34. 8-yard gain. Tim tells us it's number 33 who scored the touchdown over in Martin for Beverly. Daria Flaherty? Maybe it's Flaherty.
I don't know who.
Maybe it's Flaherty. I don't know. I don't have the Beverly roster with me. We're down to 22 seconds, and Matt Laria has moved the ball now very effectively for Lynn Classical, running the ball. He's at the 34-yard line of Peabody. Loria again in the backfield. It's empty. This time he'll pitch it to a running back. Big tall kid dumped at the 35. Oh my. Well, it's Chase Bono looked a lot taller on this side than he did on far side of the field, but that is the end of the third quarter. So after 3, Peabody Tanners have increased their lead to 28-0, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter.
Score early and often this fall with a low-rate residential loan from the Institution for Savings. The Institution for Savings has fantastic rates, low or no fees, great service, and prompt turnaround. Plus, we service our mortgages in-house, so help is always a local phone call away. For more information or to apply online 24/7, visit institutionforsavingsloans.com or call us at 978-462-2344. Institution for Savings, member FDIC and DIF, equal housing lender.
People come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for 2. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
First play to start the fourth quarter is a run play for Lynn Classical at the Peabody 35, and the handoff is to Alex Pedro. Cuts it to the left and gets a yard on that play. No, he gets nothing. Back at the 35-yard line, so it'll be
one of the things you have to do with your running backs is have them believe in the blocking. In other words, don't give up on the play and try to do something else. For instance, in that play, it looked like it was designed to go off tackle, and he tried to bounce it out and lost yardage. And you have to believe that the off-tackle play is there.
Third down at 11. Loria will keep the ball, and he'll get close to the first down, across the 30, close to the 26-yard line. Keeping the clock moving. The ball is at the 27. So it's about 3 to go for the first down. And obviously, Classical has to go for it. They're at the 27-yard line of Peabody with the clock rolling, 9:44. Left to go in the game, 28-0 Peabody. Matt Loria doing the ball carrying on this series. He's carried it 3 times and picked up all of the yardage. They started this drive at the 50, and right now they're at the Peabody 27. So 23 yards on the ground for Matt Loria. Got a running back in the backfield with him. It's a quick pitch, pop pass, drop. Would have been short of the first down anyway. Wow. No, it would have been the first down, but it was dropped. And so it's all academic. So that drive fizzles out. Peabody takes over, and they're leading 28-0 with 9:17 left to go in the game. They'll start from their own 27. And they broke it open in that second quarter with 3 touchdowns dominating the second quarter. Friedman, Daugherty, and DeMeo in the second quarter. And then Daugherty, another one in the third quarter. That's where we are, 28-0. Nice night, good crowd. And offset eye. Daugherty gets the handoff from left to right, gets it out to the 30.
Well, Peabody just went back to the I formation they ran in the first half. The second half, they came out in kind of a spread formation.
Daugherty with 2 touchdowns. Leading ball carrier is Friedman with 11 carries and 82 yards and 1 touchdown for the Peabody Tanners. DeMeo in that first half, 5 carries, 56. So handoff inside run play. DeMeo, he's got some room, and he stiffs arm a tackler, but he brings him down anyway, close to the first down. Looked like DeMeo was going to get a lot more on that one. But Ishmael,
that was a great tackle by
Ishmael Johnson. Yep. Did a really good job staying with him.
Tough kid to bring down. And
yeah, the ball is at the 37. So it's 3rd down and 1. I thought DeMeo was going to get huge yardage and put out that arm, and Ishmael Johnson got a hold of it and the ball carrier and hauled down DeMeo. 7:51 left to go in the game, 3rd and short for Peabody. Handoff, off tackle, and 1st down for Friedman to the 41. Boy, it's easy when your line pushes the other guys off 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. Wow. And you get to walk behind it.
Well, if they physically can't handle them, you've got to move your defensive line. In other words, they got to shoot gaps or they have to slant. There are different things you can do.
Well, Noah Morse
I always thought the toughest kids were the smaller, quicker defensive linemen that you couldn't get a body on.
We'll have an injury timeout, and we'll come right back with the score 28-0. Peabody is leading Lynn Classical.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get from our boats to your plate.
People come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for two. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. If you're thinking of replacing the windows in your home, you should look at the Anderson Woodwright Double Hung Insert Window, which comes with rich wood interiors in oak, pine, or maple. Quite simply, Anderson is the most trusted window in America. That's why we've been selling them for 57 years. Please see the Anderson Woodwright windows on display at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, and Plastow, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
So Noah Morse was helped off the field, limping a little bit as he went to the sideline. For Peabody, it's 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. I formation again, stacked up behind Loria under center. Counter play from the left wing. Cuts it from right to left. He went from left to right, then cut it upfield. Got about 5 yards before he was driven backwards. Ball carrier was Nick Nelsick. And it is at the 40, almost the 47. A little more than 5 yards, so call it 2nd and 5 on the far hash mark. Clock moving, 5:57 left to go. Solid performance tonight by Peabody. Again, the I formation with DeMeo, the fullback. Friedman, the tailback, gets the pitch sweeping to the left, following a block by DeMeo. Oh, stops short of the 1st down. 3, 4, Lynn Classical Rams.
Well, I think in this second half, Classical started to get a little bit more physical.
And correction,
they're
the ball
tackling
carrier.
Better.
It was Nesnick again with the carry. Yeah, that was a tough play. And maybe 2 yards. 3rd and 1 with the clock moving. I formation. 2 receivers to the right. Tailback handoff. 1st down to the 43. Is that DeMeo? It is. And it's a 1st down for Lynn Classical. Excuse me, for Peabody at the Lynn Classical 43. 6-yard gain. And DeMeo with 2 carries on this series. Give him 7 carries and 69 yards tonight. Big run play, big gainer for Daugherty off a right side, all the way down inside the 30-yard line to the 26 or 27. Another first down for Daugherty.
The defensive end for Classical to the strong side is playing way off the ball. And
well, the Tanners now just running it out, adding to their stats, leading 28-0. And again, a good, solid two-way effort by Peabody tonight. Taking the air out of the balloon for Classical, particularly in that second quarter. Pitch with that wishbone formation to the tailback, coming around left side. That's Nezik across the 25 to the 21. Put it at the 21. Another Ram getting up slowly, but he's okay. That's Bono, who's had an outstanding night on defense. Started pretty hot on offense, but Peabody sort of stifled the offensive effort of Lynn Classical tonight. 6-yard gain for Nesnick. Second down and 4. Peabody taking its time, getting the play on the near sideline from Coach Betancourt. I wish the band wouldn't play during plays. Well, I guess they don't. Okay. My bad. Again, tailback. And off of right tackle, it's Friedman with positive yardage close to the first down. Need to get to the 17, and that's where they put it. So it's just short.
Well, they're certainly eating up the clock and win the game the safest way you can.
And they're leading by 4 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns for Daugherty, 1 by Friedman, 1 by DeMeo. And they have been the offensive weapons. D'Amato, the quarterback. Good job by the offensive line, too, tonight for Peabody. Pitch to the tailback, Friedman, following his blocks, cutting it up the middle. And he gets first down to the 9. So he started sweep to the left, went off tackle following his blocks. Big lane there on that left-hand side, and gets it to the 9-yard line. First and goal at the Lynn Classical 9-yard line. Another 8 yards for Friedman. 13 carries, 94 yards. Inside the 2-minute mark. And the clock is moving. Peabody in no hurry to break the huddle. D'Amato just coming back onto the field. Goes over to talk to the referee. Apparently they're going to call a timeout at a certain time. Or what? They wouldn't call a timeout.
If you are going to take a knee, usually you tell the official.
Okay.
And that might have been, no, I think he was just going to let the clock run down. Call
take the penalty or?
No, they let it run down to the 1 second before it would be a penalty, and then they call the timeout.
All right. Well, this game certainly probably not in doubt after that third touchdown, 21-0. But Paul, just a solid effort by Peabody on offense and on defense, and that was after they overcame all those penalties. They had a lot of penalties in the first half.
Well, they were impressive tonight. I mean, they looked like they executed well. It didn't look like any weakness in the game at all. Kicking game was good. Throwing game was good. Running game was good. They got multiple backs, and they were physical.
So a nice comeback win tonight for Peabody. And the Tanners next week will be at home against Lynn English. Meanwhile, Classical will return to Manning Field to face Marblehead. 32-7, Marblehead leading Beverly late in the game over there. They will take a knee, and so we can kind of wrap this thing up. So a good win for Peabody tonight. They will go to 1-2 in the conference, 2-3 overall. Classical will fall to 0-2 in the conference, 1-4 overall. Peabody bouncing back from that 33-14 loss a week ago to Marblehead. So one more snap, one more knee.
Appears that Marblehead's the real thing, you know, with...
Well, we saw him.
Beverly's one of the few teams that could give him a game.
Yeah. We saw them at Wakefield, and they had an impressive second half. And that's it from Peabody. 28-0 is the final score as the Peabody Tanners have defeated the Lynn Classical Rams 28-0. We'll be back with a wrap on this one. Game coming to you from Peabody's Memorial High School.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work right for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get from our boats to your plate.
For team uniforms and your business's corporate apparel, choose Sarkeesian Sportswear, Route 1 South in Peabody. Why Sarkeesians? It's quality. Owner Sarkis Sarkeesian.
Quality is not only the type of apparel you get and the cleanliness and the professionalism that's used in making that. The quality is in the customer service that we provide from the beginning to the end of the whole process of getting you the type of apparel or uniforms that you're looking for.
Sarkeesian Sportswear, Route 1 South Peabody, SarkeesianSports.com.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. And if you're thinking of replacing the windows in your home, I can understand the confusion you may be experiencing. TV, radio, and news, everything under the sun and then some. At Moynihan Lumber, we offer no gimmicks, just quality products, competitively priced, sold to you by a professional salesperson who really knows what he's talking about. That's Moynihan Lumber in North Reading, Beverly, and Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Score early and often this fall with a low-rate residential loan from the Institution for Savings. The Institution for Savings has fantastic rates, low or no fees, great service, and prompt turnaround. Plus, we service our mortgages in-house, so help is always a local phone call away. For more information or to apply online 24/7, visit institutionforsavingsloans.com or call us at 978-462-2344. Institution for Savings, member FDIC and DIF, equal housing lender.
All right, I hope you enjoyed this live streaming video game. Andrew Nicastro, our streamographer. Final score from Peabody's Memorial Field is 28-0 as the Tanners beat the Lynn Classical Rams by a 28-0. Thank you, sir. Have a nice evening. Take care. You're welcome. See you later.
Bye.
All right, the Peabody Tanners just sort of exploded in the second quarter, and it took over the game at that point as no scoring in the first quarter, but then it was... Their first score came in the second quarter with Noah Friedman leading the way. Noah Friedman, a 3-yard run off of right tackle with 9:53 left to go in the first half, and the Tanners took a 7-0 lead. Next score came from Jason Doherty. Check it from Jeff. Did I say Jeff Doherty?
Jeff Doherty played for Danvers.
Yes, I know. So let me get the Jake Doherty. My God, that's scary. I go back that far. Yeah, Jake Doherty. Jake Doherty. An 11-yard catch and run pass from D'Amato at 4:46, making it 14-0 at that point as D'Amato added the extra point. 9 plays, 64 yards on that possession for Peabody, and they led 14-0. Then they put together a 5-play, 32-yard touchdown drive with 58 seconds left to go in the half, with Eric DeMeo finishing that one off from 2 yards out. 5 carries, check it, 5 plays, 32 yards, as I said, and 21-0 at the half, and that was pretty much it. They completed the scoring in the fourth quarter with Jake Doherty getting another touchdown from 14 yards out as a result of a turnover and a short field. 3 plays, 31 yards, D'Amato the extra point, 28-0. Statistically, 299 yards of total offense for the Peabody Tanners. And for Lynn Classical, they had a total of 64 yards of offense. And, of course, that ain't going to do it. But Noah Friedman, 13 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Eric DeMeo, 7 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown. And Jake Doherty with a pair of touchdowns. And the Peabody Tanners improved to 2-3, while Lynn Classical falls to 1-4. Lynn Classical hosting Marblehead next week, Peabody hosting Lynn English. Your thoughts, Coach?
Well, every aspect of the game, I think Peabody had them. They were more physical. They executed well. They blocked well. And defensively, they tackled well. So, maybe they're starting to make a run for it, here. But Classical just didn't seem to have it tonight. And, usually the more physical team will win the game. And I just thought Peabody outmatched them tonight in every aspect.
Over in Marblehead late in the game, 32-7, the Magicians were leading the Beverly Panthers by a score of 32-7. Here it's 28-0, our final. Our next broadcast will be Friday night. Lynn English at Peabody, Marblehead at Lynn Classical will be our broadcast games. And on Saturday next week, it'll be Danvers at Beverly. So that'll do it from here. My thanks to the athletic director here, Phil Sheridan, and also to Coach Betancourt for their help, and Peabody winning this one by that final of 28-0. On behalf of our producer and engineer, Bill Proposky, our streamographer, Andrew Castro, and for Paul Ingram, I'm Rick Moore. Good night.